Hey, you made it. You ever tell a joke and no one laughs, and then someone shouts it louder than you do and everybody laughs at it? This must be how it feels for dude_ulz, who recently posted something absolutely hilarious on Instagram. I'm going to show you the piece of art in question, and it is absolutely hilarious. Then I'm going to show some people that tried to steal it and just go through the whole thing, and how depressing this is for the original creator who put so much effort into this just to have other people claim it's theirs or get thousands and thousands of views for it. So, the post in question is this one right here, which I also didn't find from his page, but then I went and found him and followed him because honestly, it was incredible. So, Rizzler, get down, and then just look at his face. Oh my god. Honestly, this absolutely killed me. I was dying with laughter at this single still image. For like 10 minutes. I shared this with a bunch of people I know because I found it absolutely hilarious. And then the final end screen is just the 1,000-yard stare. And the thing that got me about this that's so detailed is in the eyes. If you look in the iris, there's like a mushroom cloud in both of them. That's the sort of attention to detail that's just amazing. It's so funny. Someone put it really well in the comments. Like, how can something look so poorly drawn and so amazingly drawn at the same time? It gives me really Big Les vibes, like that whole MS Paint kind of drawing. He said he drew it in something else that isn't MS Paint, but it's a very similar sort of style and look. And honestly, I absolutely love this guy's page. It is amazing. So I'm going to credit him in the description. Please make sure you go and follow him and leave a comment on any of the things that you like. And just say wait till this sent you. So at least he knows that I've done something for him. But this isn't the point of the video. I just wanted to show you this, and then I want to show you a couple of times I found it on Instagram and on Twitter, and how people just steal this from the guy, and then they credit him afterwards, but sometimes they don't even credit him, and it's just like, what are you even doing? It's such a terrible world we live in for like stolen content. Jack's Film said it quite well in a few of his other videos where he talks about the war on stolen content and how people like repost all this stuff on TikTok, for example, get thousands and thousands of views, but the original creator gets none of that, or they might see a tiny increase because the original creator isn't even tagged. So it's really annoying, and I really don't like it. So the first repost that I found was on Fake News Network, and they got 268,000 likes for this post, which is just a repost of the same thing that Dude_ulz put. And then they put art by Dude_ulz, where he put, "Yo, I'm the OG artist, hope you guys like this. By the way, this is real, I was there." But then someone replied 4 weeks ago, "Tag this artist for their work, at least, because this S jokes af, they deserve the recognition." So clearly at the time, Fake News Network just reposted this with no credit, and then it gets thousands of views. He said he doesn't mind because it got the attention, but also, like, if you look at his profile now, he has 3,434 followers. Like, that is absolutely nothing in comparison to how many people have actually seen that image. And it really bothers me that he has not got really any recognition for making such a hilarious post. So there's another one as well that I found. It was reposted again by crust_chad, where he put, "Who even makes these?" Then he put credit at dude_ulz or doodles, and that was a week ago. So clearly he didn't credit him that soon. And also that, again, 231,000 likes for that, which is miles more. If you look at the original post that has 4,000 likes, it's just not really fair, in my opinion. It's also just not really nice to do that to someone who spent so much time creating this. But we live in a world where it's so easy to just steal content and have no repercussions for it, because there's not the same copyright laws and things on social media, is there really? I mean, there is, but there also isn't, especially from a small content creator perspective. They'll just see it as they got exposure. Any exposure is good exposure, but to only have 3,000 followers after this just seems a little suspicious to me, and it's just not very good. And then he replied on crust_chad to the pinned comment, and someone put, "At Dude_ulz made this 2 weeks ago." Then he put, "Thanks, King. The curse of posting top tier content, bro. They all steal your S." So everyone steals your stuff when you make something good, and then you get no recognition, which is just such a like crappy way to be, honestly. It's so annoying. And then he put, "LOL, doesn't really bother me until I see some guy on TikTok get 500,000 views when mine get like 150k, and the only way I found out is because one random guy tags me in it." It's just disgusting, man. TikTok is the absolute worst for this, from what I gather, especially from what I've seen from Jack's Films. People just repost the same thing on multiple different accounts, get like 500,000 views for doing nothing but just reposting something. It's just nasty. There's no credit, there's no anything, nothing goes back to the original creator. Like, if he blew up that much, he'd probably be able to actually start like making money off this, but instead he's just left with nothing because people are just terrible. People just don't want to credit people, they just want to say it's their own. And then he responded, "You're all good, yeah. There was a dude on TikTok who got like 1 million views and was telling people in the comments that they made it, lol. I appreciate you giving credit though." You don't, it's just so sad to see this because he's so talented and it's so hilarious, and yet he's getting no recognition and people are just stealing his work non-stop, and I absolutely hate it. So I'm making this video on it because honestly, it just really, really annoyed me. I can't imagine putting in effort into something just to have somebody repost it with no credit and they get all the credit for it and they grow their audience and fan base because of something you did. Yeah, React content, it's sort of the same, except at least they're adding something to it, apart from XQC. But at least they add something to it and they give their own perspective and whatever, and they credit the creator most of the time. But this is just downright plagiarism. It's just stealing, bro. And I really, really don't like it. There was another post as well that I found on Twitter, which a couple of people said they followed Bobby or Doodles from this post. It's from Glenn Tennis. It got 3.4 million views on Twitter. So again, millions of views, not for the actual creator, which is really annoying. Like, I don't blame this person though, because it's just the culture we live in. Like, reposting things that you enjoy is just part of it. But if you then find out who made it, at least credit them. And this person did, to be fair, so I can't actually be too critical of them. The same as the other ones, like, at least they actually credited him at some point, but it doesn't really add up to the same when you think about it. Yeah, you gained big exposure and millions of people have seen you, but if you've only got 3,000 followers, you've really not gained that much from it, and it's just terrible to see. So please go and follow him. I'm going to say it again, and just go and follow him and like his stuff because it's amazing. So this one is the same post. There on the 31st of October, they put, "Stop liking this. I don't know who made it. They're a visionary. I just wanted to show it off. You are giving me stolen valor syndrome. Certificate reposted someone else's S and got a bunch of followers." Again, it's just sad to see. This person didn't mean to do it, but it blows up all the same, and you just end up with this problem. So it's hard to really say what's in the right here, though, because everyone's seen it now, but no one's actually following the original creator. So I kind of feel bad for him, and I just hope that he blows up. He deserves to blow up massively for this. Like, I've seen so many pages on Instagram with millions of followers who do absolutely nothing. I'm Jonathan Peter. A video is coming soon about him because he is just absolutely ass. But that's not here nor there. But you just see it all the time. There's these people that have millions of followers for nothing. They just look absolutely terrible. They put no effort in. And then you got this guy working his ass off for these pictures that he's making, these drawings and paintings that he's doing, and he gets no recognition. It's just so dead. This person, you are allowed to follow me for cutting edge underappreciated posts. Follow artist Doodles on Insta immediately. They are a visionary, and there's the picture of the Pokemon one that it's just hilarious. But that got 51,000 views on Twitter, and then they put the Instagram link, which has 34,000 views, but then he's only got 3,000 followers, so clearly people aren't actually doing anything with it. But yeah, it just really bothered me that he just hasn't got anything for this. It's just really sad to see, and a lot of his stuff is absolutely hilarious. I'm going to go through a couple more. I hope that's okay. If you ever watch this, Bobby, and you want me to take it down, because it's your work at the end of the day, I will take it down. That's absolutely fine. But at the same time, I want to show people that your art is amazing, and I want people to go and follow you, and I'm trying to get people to you instead of just shamelessly stealing it from you. So you'll have to let me know if you ever see this for some reason. This one, some of them are actually really sad and do kind of have a story to them, and honestly, it's just really cool. So I'm going to go through one of them, then I'm going to show you the Skyrim one he brought out yesterday that was just so weird, and then I'm going to leave you to check out the rest of them because I don't want to just show all of his work on one YouTube video. And if this blows up for some reason, I don't want to gain that much traction just from someone else's work. But at the same time, I want you to see it, so permission's right. So we got this one. "Hey Dad, I'm really scared I'll lose you one day. Don't worry, buddy, you'll never really lose me." And then it's just him alone crying. Like, this stuff gets you right in the feels, man, honestly. And then it's just a picture of him and his dad. And then he's crying. "Sometimes you just have to say goodbye. Love, Dad." And it's just so good. Like, honestly, a lot of it elicits emotions. Like, a lot of it gets you in an emotional way. Like, the Rizzler one is hilarious, it's humorous. This one is just sad, but it has an actually underlying message, and it's really quite, obviously it's depressing, but it is actually a nice story and a nice message. Like 7 slides of an Instagram story shouldn't make you feel this much, you know what I mean? And then the final one, I'm just going to talk about the Skyrim one that came out yesterday, which is just a still of the giant from Skyrim, the main character from Skyrim looking at the giant, and then the giant just saying shush and doing that absolute batter up swing where you just get catapulted like 600 yards in the air and fly off the map. Why is he crying? It's just such a roller coaster of emotions when you go on this guy's page. There's a couple of other ones that are Pokemon related that are just absolutely hilarious, and honestly, it's just fantastic. I might try and do some voiceovers of these if this gains any traction, and if like Bobby is okay with it. I might message him and find out. But honestly, yeah, go and check out his page and just have a laugh and maybe a cry at the same time. But yeah, if you ever watch this Doodles, thank you so much for making these because they are amazing. If you made it this far in the video, please make sure you subscribe, help me keep making these videos, help unearthing this stolen content that people keep robbing from people. It's just really sad to see, but gotta raise awareness, right? Thank you very much for watching, I will see you in the next video.